On the 8th of February, the Octagon returns to the Australian shores. At UFC 312 in Sydney's Kudos Bank Arena, a title fight doubleheader caps off a star-studded lineup.
We're fighters. We are who we are.
Showcasing the finest talent from around the world.
We always will prevail.
In the main event, Dricus Du Plessis looks to defend the middleweight title from the very man he dethroned, Sean Strickland.
The forecast was for a war, and that is what they got.
The South African has become the pride of his nation.
Hello, South Africa!
And now looks to further cement his status as the world's best at 185 pounds. When he takes on the brash American, who is hell-bent on reclaiming what was once his.
Here we are again. I'm gonna beat you. It's gonna happen.
He just wants to march forward and cause violence.
We come back for vengeance.
2024 was the beginning of our championship reign.
South Africa, no vietnam wat ons weet.
In 2025, ends up with me being still champion.
Ooh!
Oh my goodness!
3 in a row for Du Plessis.
And a takedown. He's got the choke. Oh!
There's the tap. Dricus Du Plessis remains the man at 185.
In the co-main event, it's a battle for strawweight supremacy. When Zhang Weili puts her title on the line against Tatiana Suarez.
'Cause that's just who we are.
China's first champion has been a dominant force in her second reign,
Oh!
Just sensational.
but now faces a formidable challenge from the undefeated wrestling phenom.
This is my opportunity to show myself what I already know, and that's I'm the best strawweight in the world.
Got it. 11-0.
比塔蒂安娜的经验更多一些，然后战力可能好一些，对，可以赢得比赛。
She's got it. That's
There's the tap.
Before the Octagon heads down under, we take an exclusive look at our headline attractions.
No matter the distance, we come back for vengeance.
nice.
We needed this instance. 'Cause that's just who we are.
This is UFC 312. Countdown.
We are who we are.
In January of 2024, UFC fans across the world would see a showdown for the middleweight title between two men from different continents.
Sean Strickland, he puts on a pace that to this point not many people have been able to withstand.
He loves to fight. He loves violence.
The champion, a brash and unapologetic American who claimed the crown
Adesanya in trouble early.
by dethroning a legend in the division.
He beat one of the greatest middleweights of all time.
The challenger, an explosive kickboxer turned MMA powerhouse from South Africa.
Du Plessis is an absolute tank of a man. You look at that guy's list of finishes, so many stoppages.
Looking to bring the belt back to his home nation.
To do that against a guy like Whitaker, that is a big wake-up call for the middleweight division.
Title fight next.
Before the bout took place, promotional efforts for the title fight would begin, revealing growing signs of animosity.
You guys know me. I don't give a about that belt. I just want to make bleed. And Dricus is the next one who's going to bleed.
You are not world championship material. You won by fluke, and that's the one
I won by a
point
bro.
in your life.
I want my walk through Izzy, and I'm going to walk through you. End of the day, dude, I talk a lot of and, you know, I deserve some back to me. I'm probably not going to finish that man because he's willing to die in the ring. And if I don't finish him, you're going to see 5 rounds of him getting the other kicked out of him. I promise you that. To the death, Dricus.
In South Africa, around the fire, around the braai, the banter is non-stop and constant. That's how we do things. You know, he said he's going to walk through me, and I'm glad that you know you won't finish me. You won't even get close. He's a bully on the mic, he's a bully in the ring, and I wouldn't allow that.
There's a certain standard that I hold myself to, and the standard got crossed. If you come to me as a man and you say, let's fight, we are going to fight.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
This is crazy.
I love the bad blood. But, guys, when we get the bad blood,
Let's fight.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is UFC 297, Strickland versus Du Plessis.
All right, Sean, head right out here, my man.
What a matchup it is here in Toronto. Sean Strickland is the hunted and trying to successfully defend and produce his 16th win.
Fighting a guy like Sean Strickland, he's considered by many as a cardio machine. He doesn't get tired. We knew that they are going to expect us to go as hard as we can for the first two, get tired, 3, 4, and 5, that's where they're going to go. I went out there, first 2 rounds, we said, let's keep this at a 60% pace. Make sure you win the round. Edge out the round, but don't go for it.
Nice kick to the body there by the champ. Strickland pumping out that jab early.
I took a lot of jabs.
Cut on the bridge of the nose of the South African.
I realized this is a long fight. Can't just be taking these shots with those small gloves.
Big right late in the round from Strickland.
After the first round, I went back to the corner. I said, okay, I think we lost that round. I said, I'm going to step it up a little.
Spinning back fist lands.
Second round, 100% my round.
Oh, there's a body kick.
I knew he was going to fight hard. He has these wars, you know. At our level of competition, we are world-class fighters. We've been doing this our entire life. You don't see these one-sided wars. Like, we train every single day for this moment.
That was a much better run by Du Plessis in round 2.
Now, when I came out in the third round, I thought, okay, this is where he's going to start slowing down. And I was only starting.
DDP's doing a great job not staying on the back foot, following his game plan.
I was landing a lot better. He was landing a lot less.
Du Plessis is constantly one that's advancing. There it is, Dricus with a blitz.
Definitely my round. His coaches even said they didn't like that round.
Strickland's pace waned in that third round.
Oh, nice left hook there by Sean.
Hey, I don't like that round. You know what I mean? Let's pick up the pace a little bit more on this. Look at me. This is where we start looking to drown this guy.
Now I'm going through a 4th round for the first time in my UFC career, and I'm feeling on fire. I'm not even a little bit tired. I'm feeling like I can take on the world.
Du Plessis certainly would appear to have a lot of energy.
In the first couple rounds, my head was like, oh, this is a really easy fight.
That was a big overhand.
And then the headbutt happened where I got a pretty decent gash in the eye. It took me a round or 2 to adjust the blood. I mean, it was a deep cut.
I caught him with big punches. He called it a headbutt. I know it might feel like a headbutt, but it's just a right hand. But I understand there's a lot of power behind it.
Drake has landed another right hand, and it really cut Sean open now.
I'm not I don't make excuses, but it was a relatively easy fight until that cut happened.
The blood is leaking down. That cut seems to be in a very bad place.
Nice 1-2 from Strickland.
And going to that 5th, I was like, you just put your hands up or you just throw some haymakers and hopefully they land.
Oh, Strickland really starting to find the range again, round 5.
Let's go! Hey, Sean! Oh, yeah, let's go! To the dash, Sean! That's a war, baby! Go, Sean!
Well, the forecast was for a war, and that is what they got. A standing ovation in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as Sean Strickland and Dricus Du Plessis go the full 25 minutes to decide the UFC Middleweight Championship.
After the fight, I was 100% certain we won the fight.
Sal Diamato scores the contest. 48-47, Strickland.
I immediately realized this is going to a split decision. And this happy feeling immediately goes into the most anxious feeling I've felt in my life.
For the winner by split decision, and now, undisputed UFC middleweight.
And when I heard, I knew it was every single sacrifice was worth it. Every single sacrifice.
A close fight to be sure. Dricus Du Plessis able to survive and hold on, and we got a new world champ. Pretty crazy.
Wow. Interesting. Were we wrong? Got a new champion, Dricus Du Plessis. I'm curious, did you have him winning that fight?
I had it 2-2, and I thought Strickland won the last round.
It's just bad judging. Dana's called it. It's just bad judging.
A split decision, but the correct call was made. Dricus Du Plessis went out there, pushed the pace, got in his face.
The fight was purely scored on who wanted to finish a fight, not jabbing and cheaping, no. Going and taking down and kicking and punching hard, trying to kill the guy.
I had Dricus winning the fight pretty convincingly. Like, Strickland won, I would have called it a bad decision.
He said to death, but he didn't fight like somebody wanted to fight to death. And that's why I won that fight.
I thought Strickland did a really good job. It was a really, really close fight, but I did have Strickland ahead.
There was nothing nobody could say that could bother me. I'm champion of the world. So
What a champion he's going to be, and I'm excited to see who the next matchup is for him.
At UFC 297, the middleweight title would change hands in a closely contested bout and see Dricus Du Plessis begin his championship reign. In his first title defense, the South African welcomed the challenge from the division's former king, Israel Adesanya. Although Du Plessis would head into enemy territory for the high-stakes encounter, his home nation showed out in force to support their champion.
UFC 305, the vibe that week in Australia, I felt incredible.
We have quite a few fans, quite a few South Africans here, and do a little meet and greet.
That whole week, everything played out so perfectly. That week, the Springboks played in Brisbane. We were watching it at the sports bar. Wow, I mean, it's crazy. It's amazing. I mean, it felt like I just won a bout all over again.
That's normal now, Dricus?
Well, I guess so. And then the box came to Perth. They played that same weekend, the night before the fight. And that Thursday, we had all the box there, some South African singers.
Right now, we're going to do a meet and greet with the mighty Springboks, the national team. They came to visit, came to say good luck, and of course, me saying good luck to them.
These legends in South Africa, it's double world champions, 4-time World Cup winners in the Springboks.
As a team, thank you so much for having us here today. We're all behind you, and we're all behind you. And this is not just for South Africa now, it's the whole of Africa. We hope we'll make you proud, because I know you'll make us proud. So
thank you so much, Captain. Everybody sang along, we had this vibe there, and I mean, I was just ready to kill anyone.
With a fresh gusto and appreciation for the game, enter one of the greatest middleweights to ever do it, the last style bender, former 2-time undisputed middleweight champion Israel Adesanya.
At a fight night, when they introduced Israel Adesanya, I got goosebumps for how loud it was.
The energy in this place is crazy, man.
It was the loudest sound I've ever heard.
The last style bender is back, and he certainly has the crowd tonight.
And obviously that exact same sound, just in a booing form when they announced me.
Largely in enemy territory, Dricus Du Plessis buys to keep it going tonight.
And I can't care less. It was just the sound that I love.
Nothing else needs to be said. The words now give way to the action.
Oh, nice right hand.
Oh, good left hand now from the champ. Back and forth we go.
All that rushing and exchanging is better for Dricus, because then Dricus can get to his wrestling. Oh!
Beautiful timing. It is so hard to hold down Izzy.
We'll see if Du Plessis efforts to get back to the wrestling here in round 4. Again, working that lead leg of Adesanya.
For me, we had the plan. Take him down when he is expecting you to strike. Then I caught him with a big punch, and he turned his head away.
Oh! Nice left hook there by DDP.
And he started running. And I've seen him do that move a million times. I just followed him and caught him with 3 big punches.
Big right hand! 3 in a row for Du Plessis.
And as I caught him, I could feel he was hurt, and I could probably go on to try and knock him out or TKO him.
And now drags Adesanya down.
That's where, listening to the game plan, I went, take him down when least expected.
Straight to throwing 1 hook in.
As soon as I turned him around, I knew that this fight was over.
Oh, he's got the choke! He's got the choke! Go!
There's the tap! And still, South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis remains the man at 185!
Biggest moment of my career. Being in there with one of the greatest of all time in Israel Adesanya was an incredible achievement in itself. But going out there and being the first to ever submit him was the pinnacle of my career.
Robert Whittaker, Sean Strickland, and now Israel Adesanya back to back to back.
There's a lot more to happen in my career, but that was, up until this point, so special. Having a whole country so proud, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It couldn't be more perfect.
Lekker boy, die bok lief!
While Du Plessis would continue his reign, Sean Strickland would remain undeterred from getting back into the title picture.
Anytime you lose, it doesn't matter if it's for a belt or not a belt, it sucks. We train every single day to win. So when you lose, it sucks.
1, 2. Nice.
But life only gets bad when you stop. And that doesn't matter if it's MMA or you're a construction worker. The moment something bad happens in your life and you stop and you continue not to move forward, life sucks.
Yep. 2 to the body. 3-2. Nice.
And if you just continue to move forward, no matter the circumstances, life is good.
Let's.
So you have two choices at this point. You could be a you could and you complain, or you could just move on and say, okay, what's next?
Sean Strickland began the year as the middleweight champion of the world, putting his #1 contender status on the line tonight against Paulo Costa.
I think Paulo Costa, on his run up until the middleweight title, was one of the scariest guys in the division. But now he's back at his best. How does he fare tonight against Sean Strickland, the former champion?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
I think the strategy is wear Paulo Costa out. Keep this pressure on him. Make him wilt over 5 rounds. Oh! Sean hurt him.
Change the race a little. Stay straight. Yes, yes.
There you go. He's used to doing this, and he's used to doing this in the gym, breaking guys, just staying on them and wilting them.
Look at him. He don't want to pick this apart right now. Look at him, bro. Look at him.
Paul's breathing heavy, folks.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh,
head kick.
Drops Costa late. What a way for the former champ to close out that 5th and final round. Sean!
Now, Sean, give us your thoughts on what we want to see from you next.
I want to fight for the belt. Give me it now. I did it for you guys. Give me that title shot.
Officially announced, Dricus Du Plessis will put his UFC middleweight championship on the line to go against Sean Strickland.
They began 2024 with a close fight. The rematch will be done in February.
Du Plessis' preparations for his rematch with Sean Strickland are boosted by the familiarity of his close-knit team that has supported his career since the beginning.
Morning, guys. How are you? Good, guys. Good.
We have an awesome team right here at home in Victoria. Team CIT with my coach, Mane Visser.
Have your big MMA gloves ready, shin pads off. So it's 6-minute rounds, 10 of them.
Don't chase something that's working. I'm not doing anything different, just better. I'm just doing everything better.
Our fight camp's been very good. We're ready to take whatever comes for us. Every aspect, from wrestling, stand-up, grappling, dirty boxing, everything. You need your team, and it's got to be a proper team. I'll make sure he's got training partners at his level all the time. Okay, guys, let's clinch up and start the clock. Let's go, clinch up. Ready, and let's go. Ja, like so, dis reg. Maak haar eigenlijk tel, yes. Check your base here, Rael. We've got a point to prove out of the last fight. There's a lot of controversial stories about if Dricus won. This time, we will not leave it to the judges. Met daai laaste punch, gaan jy jou base so veel moet drop. Dat jy opslaan. As jy opslaan, doen jy nie dit nie. Ja, dat is nie lekker stem. So, 1, 2, 1. Yes. Okay.
Sean Strickland is a great fighter. It's just nothing we haven't seen before. I'm a completely different fighter. The fighter that fought Strickland the first time as a challenger and the fighter that fought Adesanya was 2 different people.
Let's go that side, let's go!
Obviously, he has felt what I can do. I'm fitter, I'm bigger, I'm stronger. This time I'll be better at every single aspect. And finishing this fight is what I'm going there to do.
Amid his title defense preparations, the champion steps away from training to clear his mind.
Lekker, welkom.
Dankie.
Embracing another deep passion in his life.
Well, we had Son Studios, one of my very, very good friends for many years, Zhang Weili. He is a South African Afrikaans artist.
This is a song, the next one releasing. It's not really the vibe for the fight, but listen to how pretty this is.
I've been lucky enough to know him even way before he became super famous. And Afrikaans music right now, hotter than ever. It's amazing. I've always been into musical instruments and music in general. I can't sing, but I play drums, I play guitar, a little bit of piano. It's just a small part of something I love to do. And yeah, it's always great to see people professionals at it. Oh, this is awesome. I love it.
Als je saam wil speel, kan je eigenlijk net A speel heel bit, okay? He's actually a very talented musician and he supports Afrikaans music. And there's a fire, there's a passion inside of him, which is contagious. And you feel better when you're around him. You feel stronger. You feel like you can conquer the world. Oh, beautiful. Before the UFC, we knew this guy's going to be UFC champ. And we backed him all the way. And South Africa suddenly knows about MMA, and it's all because of Dricus. Cheers, my bro.
Awesome, bro.
Back in Las Vegas, Sean Strickland takes advantage of the diverse team at Extreme Couture, where he and head coach Eric Nixick
Let's go.
look to right the wrongs from their first battle with the current champion.
Use your footwork. Be in, be out. Nice. Perfect. Let's try to score some now. Look for your finishing shots. Work time. Let's go.
One of the best things about Extreme is we have so many great guys in disciplines.
Lead hands only.
You could not ask for a better camp. You want to go wrestle? We have D1 wrestlers.
A lot of feints, a lot of level changes. Nice.
You want to spar? We have like world champion kickboxers. When it comes to, do I need to find an awkward man to spar? No, I don't. I would rather spar a world champion kickboxer that is nothing like Dricus.
Nice. We're catching, we're throwing.
If I could spar a world champion kickboxer, I could fight Dricus.
Give me a little angle right here. You guys see it? Freestyle, good flow. Sean has always had the skill set to become a champion. It was just a matter of being around the right training partners, and sky was the limit for him. Hey, we got ground and pound, top, bottom out. Work time, let's go! Leading up to the Dricus fight, I knew it was gonna be a tough fight. When I rewatched the fight and I break it down, there was a lot of things that we could have done better. Oh! Things that would help us make it not a split decision. And Dricus did enough to win that fight.
Oh, big right hand for Du Plessis.
I got to take accountability on what we could have done better. I don't want to argue about the decision. I don't want to say it was a robbery. Dricus and his team did what they were supposed to do. They won that night. Now it's up to us to do better this time around. Let's go, baby. Give it to me. Come on. Shoot. We have to either make it a finish or go out and steamroll this guys where there's no question.
The thing about Dricus, he does nothing right, but it always works out. He fights hard and he's awkward.
He's still a bit unorthodox.
Oh, big left hand.
That's it.
You just got to have your hands where they need to be, having your hips where they need to be. I think my striking's light years better than his.
Oh,
cuts right through the guard.
When Izzy was beating you in striking, I dog walked Izzy.
Oh, huge right hand for Sean Strickland.
The result ends up with me being still champion. I can guarantee you that.
Big strikes by the South African.
Now we are looking at finishing this fight. 2024 was the beginning of our championship reign. In 2025 will be the best one yet.
The rematch that had to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see that fight.
The co-main event of UFC 312 will see the return of two-time Strawweight champion Zhang Weili. The success of Weili's second title reign can be attributed to lessons learned during her historic first.
Some would argue that this is the best Chinese prospect, man or woman, to cross over into the UFC.
She's got power in her strikes. Oh! She's got a complete, comprehensive, well-rounded game.
Oh, armbar. There's a tap.
And she is China's biggest hope for a world championship in the UFC.
Oh, clips!
Oh, my
and now
word.
knees to the body from Zhang. Zhang Weili has her down!
Wow.
Zhang Weili makes history!
拿冠军是我的梦想。
The first fighter from China to win a UFC championship.
然后跟乔安娜比赛也是我的梦想，因为乔安娜
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is the greatest strawweight champion of all time.
一直是 UFC 女子最好的选手，我一直想跟她打，然后我跟她打了。
Well, Joanna suggested this was going to be the greatest strawweight title fight in UFC history.
Woo! I think it already is. Oh, left hook. Oh, my goodness. This is so crazy.
我的梦想和我的目标完成以后，我突然迷失了，我迷茫了，我不知道我的下一个目标是什么，打比赛也没有那么大兴趣了。内观自己，检讨自己，反省自己也没有。
She made her UFC debut in August of 2018. Less than 13 months later, she was the undisputed UFC strawweight champion.
Zhang Weili's only had about 5 fights in the UFC, and she has won the belt and defended the belt.
我觉得就是我21年那个状态，就是心态也不是特别好。我觉得我的不管身体状态还是心理状态都是非常不好。
Thug Rose has regained the strawweight throne.
这一下子的爆发，对，打击很大。但输掉比赛对我来说意味着成长，意味着让我更强大，让我变得更好。 然后我就又重新审视自己，重新去复盘，然后确定自己要的是什么，然后这样又回来了。
You know the truly special ones. When they see that something didn't work, they try to find a way to get better.
Zhang Weili is a determined woman. She wants that title back.
Oh! Spinning back fist, Jędrzejczyk, and that'll do it. Sean Weili,
oh my God,
putting a capstone on the rematch.
Her drive, her discipline, her relentless focus on improvement and becoming a champion again is something really special to watch.
Time to turn those words into actions tonight as she tries to become a 2-time strawweight champion.
If Zhang Weili is a better version of what we saw, I don't know if anybody could beat her.
Now she's got
There's
it.
The tap, and new Sean Weili has regained the strawweight title. And now once again, the path to strawweight golden glory goes through China's Zhang Weili.
再次成为冠军，其实我的生活没有我的心更平静了，然后我对待任何事物，我的思维模式更开阔了。
This woman is absolutely incredible. She still sees untapped potential and improvements to be made.
Oh, look at that timing.
She's just constantly evolving.
对手教练的角度看待我的比赛，对，就是他们会怎么去想这个比赛，然后。
And she adapts so well inside the octagon, and we've seen her learn and grow.
换不同的位置去看的话，就感觉看到的是不一样的，对。
Oh! Massive right for the champion! Just a 5-tool showcase.
Weili's newfound mental approach to her fighting prowess was put to the test in a historic match at the marquee event of 2024.
Live from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. This is UFC 300. History will be made tonight for the UFC Strawweight Championship. For the first time ever, we have 2 Chinese fighters competing against one another with championship stakes, Zhang Weili and Yan Xiaonan.
UFC 300，就是找到一个平衡的一个状态，这样的话，对我的比赛会更好，对。
Widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the women's MMA game today, Magnum Zhang Weili.
She is the next level of mixed martial arts.
我非常重视那场比赛，但是我又不能让自己太兴奋。
One of the absolute best mixed martial artists on earth. The very first championship bout between 2 Chinese fighters.
UFC strawweight title on the line.
Zhang Weili, she possesses everything.
Her championship level experience is second to none.
其实第1回合的时候，我跟乔丹比赛，我拿了一个裸脚位置， 然后那个裸脚位置其实挺深的，然后我就在慢慢的发力，就等他拍。
She's got to be careful with the choke here. She got under. Oh, it's under the neck. She's got it. She's got it, Joe. She's gonna go to sleep.
然后他没拍，但是时间到了，然后他晕了，然后他。
Wow. She was out. She was
like
out. Oh my God, she was out.
因为我不知道结束了没有结束。
She was out.
The fight will continue.
然后我不知道裁判是怎么判的，然后结果哇，小南很快就缓过来了，然后第二回合又打，然后
Zhang Weili knows she has a massive advantage on the ground.
我的那个大脑前3回合吧一片空白，然后就是也听不见教练喊的啥了。
Hands first, hands.
Nice combination by Xiaonan.
Oh, look at this.
Zhang Weili back to her feet, and not a great visual there. John Wood is saying no kicks to Zhang Weili as she throws one there. Yan Xiaonan firmly back in this fight.
Round number 4 here, okay? Probably up 2-1, so we gotta go out and we gotta make sure we win this round.
Entering these championship rounds.
然后到第4回合的时候，突然听到边角喊话。
There's a beautiful shot. Oh!
On top, Weili. Stay on top. Big shots, Weili. Heavy.
我就连接上了，前3回合没有。
The difference is how well-rounded Zhang Weili is and how she's able to adjust.
我跟小南又展示了一场非常精彩的比赛给全世界的
Zhang Weili is an amazing grappler.
粉丝看，我觉得就很好，我觉得这是一个历史性的时刻。
Their lives inexorably linked forever. Zhang Weili and Yan Xiaonan go the 25-minute distance.
然后我又赢了比赛，又。
Zhang Weili is as good as any woman who has ever competed in the sport. She might be the best of all time.
Weili's next challenge will come from a dominant wrestler whose talents and desire for combat began at an early age.
I started wrestling at 3.5 years old. I grew up on the mats. I think I have such a desire to win and be the best that I can be that even at a young age showed. I think that set me apart. There was like high school dances and birthday parties and things like that. And I was glad to skip all of them because I just wanted to wrestle. I wanted to compete. I was trying to become the best in the world at my sport, even at a young age. And I took it very, very seriously. I was a 3-time high school state champion, 12-time national champion. I knew that I was destined for greatness. I wanted to be an Olympic champion.
Suarez's Olympic dreams were shattered when an injury in training revealed a much deeper concern.
What are we working on today, babe?
Maybe just back and a little bit neck.
Okay, let's start neck, and then we'll flip you over and do back.
Okay. I found out that I had a serious neck injury. They were able to see on my thyroid that I had a node, and then they sent me to an oncologist. The oncologist told me that I actually had thyroid cancer. I was in disbelief. I was 21 years old. I think to myself, I'm healthy, I'm in tip-top shape, I'm on top of the world, I'm gonna make the Olympic team, become an Olympic champion. And then they tell you you have cancer and that you can't wrestle. It's something that's gut-wrenching, to be honest. I had gone through my cancer treatment. I had gone through losing wrestling, not knowing what my future was gonna hold. I just knew that I wanted to get back to sport. I was introduced to jiu-jitsu, and I immediately fell in love.
Circle, 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 circle. Now push and fall right there, exactly.
Oh, I see.
Push.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like wrestling, but I could do more. At first, I really just thought I was gonna do jiu-jitsu. I didn't even think about fighting at the time. The coaches saw me and they're like, man, she's real good. We need to get her striking. I ended up taking a fight. I made an impressive run. Before you know it, I was on The Ultimate Fighter.
There you go. Wow, that's impressive.
It was a huge moment for me because my life was taking a completely different trajectory than what I thought. That I was going to be a multiple-time Olympic champion in wrestling. And to go on The Ultimate Fighter and to pick up a whole new sport and become the best at that sport meant so much to me.
Look like Cooper's tapping.
She got it.
Tatiana Suarez is the Ultimate Fighter.
I've overcome a lot. I'm never going to stop until I'm at the top.
If she believes she's one of the best in the world, which she does, we're going to see it tonight. Time to go. Got the clinch here. She's going to look to trip out that bottom leg. Beautiful takedown. Oh! Here we go.
Even then, I knew that I'd be a world champion.
Dominant fight for Suarez.
I just knew that I had everything that it took to be a champion. I maul people.
There's the tap. Perhaps championship contender very soon.
Tatiana Suarez is a beast. So intent on getting the takedown.
Look at that.
And I want them to feel like, man, I've never been in there with someone like that before.
A lot of people think we're looking at a future champion. Look what she's doing to the former right now.
She is getting destroyed.
This is hard to watch.
Might get a stoppage. Tatiana Suarez.
Holy cow.
TKO's Carla Esparza tonight.
She is so dominant that I feel she's on the cusp of that title fight, but she has to get through Nina Ansaroff.
Drive her to the fence. Watch your neck.
Her neck's killing her. Her neck.
You don't look thrilled with your performance tonight. Is that fair to say?
Well, a lot of it was my neck. My neck is really bad. During the fight, I hurt it in the first round. We'll see how long it takes to heal.
The neck injury sustained against Ansaroff halted the meteoric rise of Tatiana Suarez. Further setbacks would follow during preparations for her comeback.
It was very frustrating. I came back from the neck injury and then I ended up hurting my knee. I tore almost every single ligament in my knee. I remember sitting literally in this room and I couldn't walk yet. I just remember thinking, my comeback starts now. I was gonna do everything I could to get back to what I love to do.
The path of a UFC fighter is never easy. A fact that is all too familiar to strawweight contender Tatiana Suarez.
Nice, Tati, there you go.
Whose road to the title would require inspiration from the past to help her through some of her darkest moments.
I had that real traumatic knee injury.
Shoulders stay square towards the wall. 5 on each side.
There was times, like where I felt so alone and in a dark place. There was one time in particular, I came here so I could do my PT for my knee. And I was sitting there, and then the anniversary of The Ultimate Fighter popped up on my Facebook page.
I've been through hell and back. I've overcome cancer, and I'm from a place that says we don't break, we break people, and I'm never gonna stop.
I resonate so well to we don't break, we break people, because that's something that is so true to my life, especially everything that I've overcome, all the obstacles that I've had to face.
8, good.
That clip in particular played, and I just thought it was really a sign to not give up and to just keep going. Even when things haven't gone my way, I've still stayed strong and I've stuck to my goals.
Nice, quick off the ground, quick off the ground, quick off the ground.
Instead of sitting there feeling sorry for myself, I did everything that I could to get back.
Tatiana Suarez has not fought since 2019, and after overcoming 2 major injuries, she returns tonight with a mission to compete and remind fight fans why she was a top contender for a UFC championship.
That looks deep.
Tatiana Suarez back in a big way.
Here is the fierce strawweight contender, Tatiana Suarez. picked up precisely where she left off and chasing Zhang Weili. There's the tap! 11-0! Tatiana Suarez submits Andrade in round 2.
And now here I am, fighting for the world title.
Against all odds, Suarez has reached her first shot at UFC gold. Her unwavering self-belief forged through relentless training fuels her confidence that victory is within reach.
How do you want to do, like, 3 rounds?
Let's start with her.
Start with her?
Yeah.
As she closes in on her dream of becoming UFC champion.
I love to train, almost like an addiction to being better than I was the day before.
Yeah, movement, range. Yeah.
I thrive under pressure.
Just touching.
So I put pressure on myself to do well every single day in the practice.
Nice.
Feeling tired, but then pushing past the fatigue. It's something that happens almost every single day when I go to practice. So that's something that I embrace.
Nice. Up, up. This fight camp, this is one of the best I've seen her. She's just a soldier. She's very disciplined. She hits extremely hard. She's looking good, and she'll be champ.
For me, this opportunity to fight for the title means a lot to me, just because I know that even when I started my journey becoming a martial artist and starting MMA, I knew that I could be the very best at this sport. I don't think that Weili's been through as many obstacles as I have.
Deep breath, last one.
That makes you into a dangerous, dangerous individual when you've been through as many challenges as I have.
She was out from June of 2019 until she returned from injury. She's closing in on a UFC world title.
The one thing missing from my career is that world title. And this is my opportunity to show myself what I already know, and that's I'm the best strawweight in the world.
Across the globe, Zhang Weili continues to thrive in the picturesque surroundings of Thailand. A location that has been instrumental in her recent career success.
Mushroom. 我22年的时候第一次来这边。可以啊，你尝尝。
非常好。
我很喜欢泰国的气候。泰国这边的气候很热，我非常喜欢。还有这边更让我会更专注，也可以认识很多朋友。然后，这边教练也都挺好的。我从22年的时候就每次，因为这次我比赛在悉尼。 泰国离悉尼的话，距离没有那么远，而且时差呢就3个小时时差，所以我觉得在这边备战的话，我不用来回倒时差。
You know, the most important thing for fighting is your mind.
Yeah.
If your mind is good, your fight is good.
Yes. 然后气候呢，到2月份的时候也是悉尼也是夏天，气候也非常相似，所以我在这儿对我来说，我觉得更好。 第二个家一样吧，第二个就是训练的家一样，让自己的身体更强壮，让自己的更专注，对，然后再去。这里的教练都非常好。
Now look what? Okay. When I met her, she was a striker with very limited grappling experience. And so my job was basically just to teach her how to grapple. Now, I fight, I hide, and now he cannot escape. She's no longer a striker with limited grappling, but the complete MMA package. Bring your foot aside, now turn. Yeah, so good. Zhang Weili is a phenomenon. She is like Neo from The Matrix.
Okay.
But she can just download things into her brain and into her body like this. So I can teach her one technique that she's never seen before. She'll practice it for that day. The next day, she will implement that technique in live sparring. She really has the spirit of a martial artist. She keeps her ego in check. She has confidence, but not pride. She understands that she's a student. She's trying to be the best martial artist ever.
Right?
因为大家都知道，苏亚雷斯塔蒂亚娜她是一个摔跤非常厉害的选手，但是我不管是从摔跤还是站立还是地面，我都会准备。
Yes, exactly.
就是我们把我们该准备的全都准备好，对就可以了。
You haven't seen this kind of dominance in female MMA in a long time. Tatiana Suarez is a specialist.
Won international medals representing the United States. She's undefeated. She's beaten 2 former champions.
She has been extremely dominant.
Cross, slip, shoot.
I approach this fight by being patient, executing my game plan.
She's the best female wrestler in all the mixed martial arts.
And being super gritty and tough.
She mauls women. She gets a hold of them and ragdolls them and beats them senseless.
At UFC 312, when I get this belt wrapped around my waist, this is going to prove to myself and everybody else what they already know, that I'm the best in the world.
A lot of people think we're looking at a future champion.
And there I am, world champion.
Zhang Weili is as good as they come across the board.
She's one of the absolute best mixed martial artists, period, on earth.
The best pound-for-pound fighter in the women's MMA game today.
我觉得我就做好自己。
Her work ethic is off the charts.
比赛的经验比她更多一些，就是我打5回合的比赛，不管是站立也好，摔跤也好，地面也好。
She is just everything you want in a dominant champion.
对，因为打的时间长了，他肯定觉得对他的威胁更大，所以他肯定，对，我觉得这是一个方法吧。
The battle for Strawweight gold sets the stage for the main event rematch. As former middleweight champion Sean Strickland.
The guy has amazing boxing. He's got unbelievable cardio.
Looks to reclaim the throne from current king Dricus Du Plessis.
When he connects, he hurts you. And after he hurts you, he submits you.
Sean Strickland is next.
As the UFC returns to Sydney on February 8th.